Hey everybody, welcome to the EBIC Podcast. My name's Eli, Ben, Isaiah, and Sean. We're going to talk about crazy Reddit stories, like different random things we found. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to talk about.
I think when I first started browsing Reddit, what piqued my interest was I fell down this hole of stories of people using colostomy holes for sexual gratification. There's some dark stories in there, and then that led to male bladder wine decanter stories, which I'm not sure to this day if they are true or not.
That doesn't sound good.
So basically what they would do, what people claimed would happen, is they would use a catheter to fill the bladder with wine, and then men would pay high prices to have these men with their bladders filled with wine pour their wine from their urethra decanter into their mouth.
That's wild.
Oh my god.
Reddit reminds me a lot of Yahoo Christian Team Chat. It's something I think that maybe should just go away.
Reddit's a place, if you want to find, anything you've never heard of, or something, wild, just go on there,
Anything you've never wanted to hear of?
That too, but, I just started browsing Reddit, and I've found some... I haven't found some, crazy stuff, but I found some, stuff that I was like, oh, yeah, that's...
So they basically fill their bladders with wine and then pee it out into someone's mouth?
Yeah.
The guy pays them to do that.
Yeah.
They don't just do it for free.
And apparently this causes kidney infections quite.
Well, I was gonna say, what kind of infections does that cause?
Yeah. Again, I'm not sure to this day if it's real or not, because there was a lot of people saying no, that doesn't happen. It's an urban legend. Yada yada.
Anything
but
can happen nowadays.
A lot of people claiming no. I've been a ER doctor that has dealt with young men with infections from this, and people claiming that they were the young men serving as the decanters.
Now, I have a question.
Okay.
Do the young men serving as the decanters already have catheters? Or they get it for the purpose of the decanter?
Yeah.
So how do they get them?
Well, see, and I think that's part of where the infection comes from, is they're not getting these on the up and up, and they don't have medical professionals.
They're not sterile and stuff?
To
begin with?
Yeah.
Imagine, going out on a date or something like that, and, she's like, what do you do? It's like, well, I piss wine for a loop. Oh, man.
I don't know what's worse. That or sounding. They're both equally.
I'm not sure what that is.
I'm
not sure I want to know.
That is the art of putting objects up your urethra for gratification.
We're talking about objects, hard objects, metal.
I'll tell you one. My older brother worked in the prison, and when they would bring people in, they had to strip search them and stuff, and they brought this one dude in that had this huge bulge in his wiener because he had shoved a marble up it.
There's a subreddit called medical gore, which is pictures of wounds and infections, and there's some pretty graphic, gnarly things on there. If you want to
I don't
get grossed out.
On Reddit?
Medical gore is what it's called.
Hmm.
He's Googling it right now.
What does Dank mean?
What?
Dank, like a dank meme.
Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of, like, people will say, like, oh, that's dank. It's, like, another word for, like, oh, that's,
Cool.
yeah, that's good. Good
See,
stuff.
I would look at it as a negative thing.
Okay.
Not as a cool thing.
Well, dank sounds kind of like a negative.
It sounds derogatory.
Derogatory, yeah.
Okay, so the dictionary definition of dank is
Moist.
damp, musty, and typically cold.
Gross. So tank is dank?
But the
Dank is dank.
Urban Dictionary definition, dank is an adjective which is overused by people in general and mostly by people trying to appear cool to their stoner friends. Dank means dark, sticky, gooey, and potent. It was originally a common word to describe disgusting basements and caves. Then the world of pot took over and was using it very correctly to describe very potent strains of marijuana. Seeing the definition of dank means all the qualities you find in good marijuana. Then squares, the people who wanted to look cool to stoners, started using it to describe anything they think is cool, which it turns out makes them believe that they themselves are cool as well. In reality, it makes them seem as literally as an ape. M&Ms are not dank, chips are not dank, and your clothes are definitely not dank. You need to stop overusing and killing the word.
So it was something negative.
Yeah,
Originally.
yeah, I think so. Okay, so
Hold up. So someone could just dump out their entire uterus? Is that a thing? On the thing this person posted, not my not so friendly uterus, and so like, is that?
You should turn that off.
oh wait,
No.
keep going. My not so friendly uterus. What?
So in this, there's a picture of this, like, you know, like the surgery bowls like that, but like they dump like organs and whatnot into it.
Okay.
The title says "My Not So Friendly Uterus," and it's just, if I'm not mistaken, a uterus, a full uterus. I'm not
So
talking
like somebody that had a hysterectomy. Yeah, I would assume that's what's going on there.
Is that what that is? Why? Like, what is that? Like, do they just like?
Okay, so this subreddit that I think we should browse, and this could be a reoccurring segment if y'all enjoy it.
Sure.
Dank Christian memes.
Oh boy. Are you gonna put them on the screen?
Yes. So, it's like a rule of this subreddit that you're not to debate theology or denominational ideas and stuff like that, and just accept the dank Christian memes as they are. I'll briefly go over the rules of the subreddit for you real quick, or the 13 commandments, if you will. Number 1, dank memes only. No stale memes, no pictures of text. Reposts are removed, allowed based on moderator discretion. Number 2, no Satan admiration. No unfunny 666 orientated memes. Number 3, thy posting shall be on topic. Thou shalt realize the difference between atheist memes and Christian memes. Number 4, thou shalt not post porn memes. Jesus is watching. Number 5, honor thy father and thy mother and thy mods. Mods are people too. Number 6, thou shalt link directly to the meme, not to Twitter or a blog. Number 7, thou shalt not spam the subreddit for promotion. Number 8, thou shalt not post karma, upvote, junk, 666, 667, 777, etc.
They're really into not posting 666, right?
Number 9, respect others even if they are different than you. Do not come here to point out sin or condemn people. Do not say hate the sin, love the sinner, or any stupid saying that people use who are trying to use faith to justify hate. Alternatively, if you come here to insult religion, you will be removed. Number 10, chill out and enjoy the memes. Number 11, be kind. Number 12, no racism, homophobia, or slurs of any kind. And number 13, take arguments elsewhere. We are here to enjoy memes together. Keep the arguments to other subs. We don't do that here. All right, so y'all ready to review some Dank Christian memes?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we'll sort by hot first, which that means these are currently trending memes on the subreddit, but we can look at the top of all time later if y'all like.
Alrighty then.
So first we have this. The Sunday lunch crowd 30 minutes before verbally assaulting an 18-year-old waitress. I feel like there's...
I feel like if
Not
they would have
in-
went to Golden Corral after Sunday morning church,
Or
they-
Margot's.
yeah, they would be laughing more.
Yeah. Alright, got a date with an angel, got to meet her at 7, got a date with an angel, and I'm on my way to heaven. You have beautiful eyes. I'm sorry, I'm just so nervous. Oh.
What is this?
That's an angel.
Because we always depict angels
Yeah,
as like this
there's like
beautiful,
there's angels like that, like
human-like creature, but biblical angels are
They're more
Terrifying.
more like this right here. Be not afraid.
Yeah, like I saw anything like angels, like they don't look like human. They look like they have like these crazy wings, like some cover their face and whatnot, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
their feet. And
Okay. After last week's incident, decided we will no longer bow our heads to pray.
Oh my I've seen that one before.
And I thought
Huh.
the Holy Trinity was difficult to explain.
That's funny.
Andrew Garfield is Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire is not. It's not.
I like Tobey Maguire.
He's the best.
he is. But the meme is funny. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, Jesus, when he sees people trying to walk on water, you can't do that, huh?
Eat a spice. We are an embarrassment.
What?
At the top.
The post title.
We despise us. We are an embarrassment.
How people who only read KJV look at everyone.
Just talking about that, Isaiah.
Yeah.
KJV only.
Well, I'm friends with a couple KJV only people on Facebook, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Send
Do
him
you,
this
do
meme.
you throw out NIV verses just to take them off?
No, but I post like and New King James Version or whatever. It is, yeah. Or NLT.
All right, youth worship leaders. All right, you guys, ready to worship? Youth couple in the back. Oh, I've seen these people in the back of
So
YouTube
many
too many times.
So many. She's gonna end up pregnant and he's gonna end up in prison.
Yup.
Wait, I kind of get it, but explain to me in more depth.
Well, I think maybe you would have to have spent your whole life in youth group. you always got the kids in the back that are just there to be with each other.
To make out.
That they're not there for youth group, and he's not interested in church whatsoever. Her parents make her be there, and so he's there just so he gets some time with her. And they're in the back cuddling.
Yeah.
Why open your legs when you can open the Bible? I only busted open for Jesus.
So cringe.
Okay. Build city. Build tower that reaches to heaven. Of all the possible jokes in this format, I did not expect the Tower of Babel. Took me a little bit to get because I understood both languages, since I saw some people asking the Greek text says the workers now speak new languages. Left-handed people are less likely to get away with murder if they use a knife.
Ehud, the second judge of Israel.
Moses, according to the Bible. Moses, according to anime. God, after humans constantly break the covenants, fine, I'll do it myself. You have a speck in your eye, but that's none of my business. Catholic contestant, I'd like to buy 20 O's. Gloria.
I remember when I was a kid and I first heard that.
You like are gonna pass out trying to get
I thought everyone was like, I was like, wait, what's happening here?
They're all stuck, like when the record gets stuck. We had to sing that song in homeschool choir.
Yeah, I think this movie for the first time,
So Dank Christian means has gone private before because of people breaking the commandments, and so they we're not having this, and they go private for a while. I don't know if y'all have seen the infamous interview from the moderator of Anti-Work that happened this last week. Oh, God.
Who's that?
Anti-Work is a subreddit against the current work norms of our culture.
Huh.
That put such focus on work life over outside of work life. And there was a very, very cringy interview from a moderator of that subreddit that after he did the interview, everybody started making fun of them, and
so they went private.
They went private. 5-year-old realizing dog is gone. Jesus descending into hell to take everyone there, to take everyone there to heaven. Satan thinking he's finally beaten God.
The year is 2090, and the new president is sworn in by placing her hand on the 100-year-old family Bible.
Let's see. I was going to also talk about, instead of group parties, any type of old games, childhood games, or anything like that around there.
Yes.
The games I played as a little kid was, oddly enough, I played Left 4 Dead a lot because my uncle, that's what he introduced me to the games, and then he had that, and I played that a lot. That Zelda, I played the old Zeldas, not the newer ones, but the older ones. I played Zelda. Played a lot of Mario games, and then when I was probably No, I was like 6, 5. It was whenever I got my first. Oh wait, is a Wii? What's a Wii considered? Is it considered
It's a console.
console?
Mhm.
The Wii. Like, it was the first console I got, and the first games I got was like Mario, um, Kirby, and a couple other games. But yeah, and then later on, then we had a PS3, and I played like Call of Duty and old stuff.
So for me, I think the first game I ever played, video game I ever played was Mario. But I don't know. I'm not too familiar with all the Mario games, so I don't know which one I played. But it was I think it was computer generated, and so the graphics looked really
Pixelated.
no, like really good.
Oh,
The graphics were really smooth and everything. Um, I forget what kind of console I played it on, but it was fun. And that was at somebody else's house that I would go and play at. I would always play video games at other people's houses because I never had a console growing up until I was like 15, which is when I got my first PS3. But before that, I played. I think I forget what Spider-Man games were available for the PS2, but I played those. And then I played. What else did I play? The Lego Indiana Jones, the Lego Star Wars.
Yeah, I played some of the Lego games too.
Yeah, those
They were really fun.
Yeah.
so we didn't have a console until like Jason turned 18, right? He got one for his 18th birthday
In 99.
in 99. So I was like 15 or so before I had my first console.
So my age, I think you and I were the same age when my first ones.
So we had played on stuff like we used to go to the laundromat. They used to have video games, the big arcade games. There was a couple arcades down in Alamo. The old movie theater had some arcade games and stuff, and there was an arcade in the mall. And then there was a place called Dave's Pizza. Remember, it was Jolt
Yeah.
in the mall.
The bowling alley had.
The bowling alley had an arcade.
It's it's like really old school. Is if you had a laundromat and there was an arcade in a laundromat.
Yeah. And then Dave's Pizza had a really nice arcade game room. It had probably the best one in town. I mean, they had all kinds of stuff. Peter Piper Pizza had one. I went there like once or twice. The first game I remember playing was probably either Sonic on my cousin's Nintendo 64 or Duck Hunter. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
with
the
the
gun.
gun. With the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played that on. He had a Super Nintendo, too. So I played those when I would go over. My aunt would babysit me sometimes. They would let me play that. We got a PlayStation in '99. I think my favorite. I mean, I really was into Mortal Kombat trilogy. We had a game called Ready to Rumble Boxing. That was really fun. I really liked like the SmackDown versus Raw series. I was more into fighting games than anything else, and I really liked Twisted Metal on the PlayStation. Then in 2000 we got our first computer. Our grandma got it for us, and we had games called do you guys remember like the Cabela deer
Yeah.
hunting games? You know,
Yeah.
where you hunt like deer and bear and stuff.
Those are cool.
We had one of those, but then they did like a parody series called Deer Avenger, where you're the deer and you hunt the hunters. So that was super fun. You would throw out like beer and pizza and porno mags, and the hunters would come and you'd shoot the hunters, and you're the deer. Then there was SWAT. That was a fun game. We had SWAT 2.
Oh yeah, no, I played that game
SWAT 2,
before. Yeah,
yeah.
dude. Like you could play against each other. Was it that one?
No, the ones I had was just single player.
Well, later on they made a because my friend, when I was like, how old was I? Like 14. He had an old PS2, and on there he had SWAT, but you could play. It was single player, but you could also play against each other.
Yeah.
And like where you.
Yeah.
But it me
Like local area network thing.
on the same console.
Oh.
I'm talking about like split screen.
Huh.
But yeah, we would play split screen, and that was so fun. That was really fun. But,
you could be in SWAT 2. I think I liked it better. It was like an overview. SWAT 3 was like where you're actually like going in and stuff, first person shooter
it was a
Like
first
third
person.
person.
or third
The
person
one
shooter.
that we're playing was first person, but
But I like the overview one better. More of a tactical strategy type. And with it, you could either be the terrorists or you could be the SWAT people. So that was cool. Civilization has always been like one of my top favorites. I also liked there was one that was kind of like it, not really as advanced as Civilization, called Stronghold. Another castle builder type game. Hard Truck, which is you're in a semi truck and you're delivering goods from one place to another, and you have to like watch the road conditions and stuff, because if you like the fragility of everything, like if you damage the goods and stuff, you don't get paid as much. That was a fun one.
So like when we were at other people's houses, I never played anything, but I liked watching other people play. And one of our mom's friends, I think it was her husband, had Doom. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always liked watching Chuck play that.
That was on a computer.
Yeah. Our cousin that had the Nintendo would record on VHS him playing Sonic and stuff and give us VHS tape play. There's one
did you
tape.
actually watch them though?
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
And
dude.
enjoyed the hell out of
You
it.
know how people watch like people playing video games on YouTube?
Yeah.
This was like old school of that.
There was one VHS that had a mixture of Sonic and a freaking Garth Brooks concert. Watched that a lot.
You guys still have them?
No.
No.
Our one of our neighbor kids,
They brought their 64 over.
yeah. But they also let us borrow their Game Boy and had Donkey Kong on it, and I
And-
really enjoyed that.
And
But then
Mario.
got in trouble because it was her dead brother's Game Boy, and when her mom found out that she loaned it out, we all got in trouble. Driver.
Driver was a fun one.
It was GTA without the killing and prostitutes.
When I was a kid and we had our PS3, it was like Grand Theft Auto 5, I think. Wait, no, it wasn't 5. Sorry, that's
San Andreas?
no, it was 4 or 3. It was after San Andreas, but it was before 5. It was
Liberty City Stories.
Yes, Liberty City. Yes, I was playing that, and I remember I was doing a mission, and I was it was a mission in the strip club, and it was like 6 in the morning, and I was playing. It was like Saturday, and my brother's in the living room, and I'm walking to the strip club. There's these boobs and whatnot. It's like real up camera, like very close, and they're all getting all in, and I was just like, oh! And I was trying to press up pause.
That's when Eli became a man.
And my brother looked up and he was like, dang it. And my mom was all like, wait, you were watching boobs? I was like, no, it's just on the game. But I just thought that was funny. But I think my other games I liked growing up was like Fallout, some of the Fallout games, Skyrim and Oblivion. Those were 2 really good games. Mainly Skyrim though, I enjoyed. And
Skyrim's like an open world type game, isn't it?
yeah, it's a first person game, but it's like it's hard to explain. But yeah, it's a really fun game. But I was about to say, I was like sometimes on school nights I would stay up like all night, but on accident, and then I would you know how early in the morning if you ever stay up all night and all you hear is this sound, the birds, like the birds
They
chirping.
start singing.
Yeah, and then you're like, wait a minute, and you'll look outside, it's all like the sun's coming up, and you're like, oh, like I've done that so many times. I'm like, man,
I do it all the time.
I really, really liked Twisted Metal. I don't know if I mentioned them yet. But there was another one that was kind of like an off, and it was called Vigilantes 8. And that was a really fun game, too, in the PlayStation.
Well, what was it? What did you do?
It was a driving, kill each other game.
Oh, nice.
Like Twisted Metal.
It was funny because our mom was real strict about television and music, but
what is it? Because it's because of the devil.
Because of the devil.
Yeah.
But she didn't understand video games, and so
we could get away with a lot of
we could
video
get
games.
anything with video games. We used to would rent video games from Hastings. They would rent video games.
I remember.
That's what I do too. I would rent movies from there.
Hastings and Blockbuster. Oh,
I've never gone to a Blockbuster. We had one for a very, very short amount of time.
Just a few years.
Um,
But I loved Hastings so
Hastings
much.
was-
my mom.
They have like everything. They have games, like they have music.
Well, now it's closed.
Well, they went out of business. They went bankrupt.
My mom used to work there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to waste so much time in Hastings.
yeah. Even without buying stuff.
Yeah, I would just go in and just look through stuff.
I would always look at the comics and stuff.
Yeah, dude.
So-
they had like comics. They had all
Well,
kinds of stuff.
like you could spend hours there because you go through the movies, you go through the comics, you go through the books, you go through the music, just the
Random crap.
random crap that they had. I mean, man, it was good. I wish we had one.
Wish they
Yeah.
never run out of business.
Like the novelty items. And
Yeah.
I wish they would like stayed open, but like changed it or something, like the name, or it just left it.
Well, they went bankrupt
Yeah.
because
And then you could buy used stuff there, like
Yeah.
for cheap.
like way cheap.
So with Dave's Pizza, that had the arcade in it. Before they had the big building with the arcade, they had a smaller building and they just had a few machines, and they had one that was, I think, Baywatch pinball.
Do you,
And there was this real awkward kid, more awkward than me, in
So we
children's
talking
church.
about the cow or the cabbage?
And we went to Dave's Pizza, like our Sunday school teacher takes us, and we're in there, and there's this Baywatch pinball machine that's got like a lady
Got the
in a
lifeguard and stuff.
bikini, and he
Got some good advertising.
hey guys, there's some good advertising over here. We're all like 8 and 9-year-olds, you know.
How old is this guy?
Like 8
You know,
or
he's like
9.
8 or 9.
Some good advertising
Some
over
good
here.
advertising over here. I hope you enjoy this, Isaiah.
I'm sure I will.
VHS, play.
What did it say?
Rapping for Jesus?
It's this one.
Well, I wrote this song for the Christian youth. I want to teach kids the Christian truth. If you want to reach those kids on the street, then you gotta do a rap to a hip-hop beat. So I gave my sermon an urban kick. My rhymes are fly, my beats are sick. My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is my nigga.
What? Dude, I remember this was such a popular.
Comments?
It was so far.
No comment.
Okay.
It actually became popular again.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Oh man, I remember this.
He's a life changer, miracle arranger. Born to the virgin mom in a manger. Water to wine, he's a drink exchanger. And he died for your sins. I preach the word, that's my gig. And I rhyme better than Notorious Big. All the other MCs, I wish them well. But if you live in sin, you burn in hell. Now I'ma pass the mic to my lovely wife. She's a fly MC and the light of my life. So to bust a rhyme without further ado, take it away, Mary Sue.
Jesus Christ is my nigga.
Have you guys never seen this before? I've seen so many.
Do you want to sing along, Isaiah?
No.
He's the son of the original G. And he was sent to Earth to elucidate the way that we should be. What? Like if another MC says you're a freak, you're a lame butt rapper and your rhymes are weak. I don't get mad and I don't critique. I forgive him and turn the other cheek. I don't get
Oh my god, this is
mad,
terrible.
I don't cuss, and my pants don't sag. I do exude a little Christian swag, and I'm proud to be an American.
Jesus Christ is
My
my nigga.
This is so cringe.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh, it's terrible.
Shine through ya. Let his love pop a cap in your butt and say hallelujah. Jesus Christ is a nigga. He's our homie MC JC, you see. He's an honest, caring, peace-loving nigga like me. If you do drugs and you think you're cool, you need to come to Sunday school. Put those drugs in a garbage can. Stand up tall, you're a Christian man. Word up. I'm freestyling.
Hit me.
Oh.
The song would get
During our
canceled.
youth outreach program.
Oh, dude, this was.
I love it.
Alright, everybody. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share. And remember, being woke means never, ever being satisfied and having happiness, but instead constantly complaining about everything.